When a pipe bursts or an appliance fails, your immediate instinct is to panic about the property damage. You worry about your ruined hardwood floors or your soaked drywall. But you need to immediately override that instinct because water damage is secondary. When water interacts with your home's electrical system, you are no longer dealing with a repair bill, you are dealing with a lethal electrocution hazard and an imminent fire risk. Today, we are breaking down the 5 most dangerous water and electricity scenarios in your home, the critical mistakes that get people injured, and the exact triage protocol you must follow to shut down the danger before you even think about grabbing a towel. Water and electricity cross paths in highly specific, highly vulnerable choke points in your home. These are the 5 most dangerous leaks you can encounter. Scenario 1. The crying light fixture. Water is actively dripping from a ceiling light, a chandelier, or an exhaust fan. Scenario 2. The flooded laundry room. A washing machine hose has violently ruptured, and water is pooling around a live washer and a 240-volt electric dryer. Scenario 3. The kitchen cabinet flood. Your dishwasher or garbage disposal has flooded the lower cabinets, submerging the hidden electrical outlets powering those very appliances. Scenario 4. The submerged basement. A failed sump pump has allowed groundwater to rise high enough to reach your baseboard heaters, extension cords, or low-lying wall outlets. Scenario 5. The utility room rupture. Your water heater has burst, spraying high-pressure water directly onto your home's main electrical panel or the wiring harnesses nearby. In every single one of these scenarios, the water you are looking at is heavily energized. Stepping into that puddle to turn off a valve is a potentially fatal error. This is your mandatory triage protocol. Power first. Water second. If you walk into a flooded laundry room, do not wade through the water to reach the washing machine's shut-off valve. Do not reach your bare hand into a wet cabinet to unplug a dishwasher. You must immediately retreat, walk to your home's main breaker box, and shut off the electricity to the flooded zone. If you do not know which breaker controls the flooded room, shut off the main breaker for the entire house. If water is dripping from a light fixture, do not touch the light switch on the wall. The water is inside the wall cavity, and the switch itself may be energized. Go to the breaker panel. There is one critical exception. If your basement is flooded and your main breaker panel is located inside the flooded basement, do not walk through the water to reach the panel. You must evaluate the home and call your local utility company to cut the power directly at the meter outside. Only after the electrical thread is completely neutralized can you safely walk in and shut off the main water valve to stop the flood. To understand why this is so dangerous, you must understand the physical relationship between water and your home's infrastructure. Pure water actually isn't a great conductor of electricity. But the water flooding your home is not pure. It instantly mixes with dirt, dust, dissolved minerals from your pipes, and drywall dust. These impurities turn the water into a highly efficient conductor. Furthermore, water always follows the path of least resistance. When a pipe leaks in your ceiling, the water hits the drywall and looks for a way out. The easiest exit points are the holes drilled for your electrical wiring. The water literally travels along the outside of your Romex electrical wires, using them like a highway, leading directly into the metal junction boxes housing your light fixtures. Inside that junction box, the water bridges the gap between the live hot wire and the neutral wire, or the metal casing of the fixture itself. This causes a short circuit. The electricity travels down the stream of water. If you touch the fixture, the switch, or the puddle beneath it, your body becomes the new path to the ground. Additionally, when water bridges an electrical connection, it creates immense heat. This arcing can easily ignite the dry paper backing of your drywall, turning a plumbing leak into an electrical fire hidden inside your ceiling. Because panic overrides logic during a flood, homeowners make split-second decisions that escalate the danger. Mistake number 1. The barefoot rescue. Running into a flooded basement or bathroom barefoot to throw down towels. Wet skin lowers your body's natural electrical resistance, making a shock significantly more severe. Mistake number 2. Flipping the breaker back on. If a water leak trips a circuit breaker, do not ever attempt to flip it back on to see if it works. A trip breaker is your home's safety mechanism screaming that a short circuit exists. Forcing it back on while the wiring is wet will cause immediate electrical arcing and drastically increase the risk of an internal wall fire. Mistake number 3. Assuming unplugged means safe. You unplug a flooded appliance, but leave the wet extension cord or power strip plugged into the wall. The water has already entered the casing of the power strip. The floor is still energized. You must accurately identify the threat level before taking any action. Level 1 is a contained leak near an appliance. Water is leaking from a fridge or washer, but it has not reached any outlets, cords, or the motor housing. You can safely cut the power at the breaker and shut off the water. Level 2 is water contacting cords. A puddle has submerged an extension cord or reached the base of an outlet. The area is highly dangerous. Do not approach. Cut the main breaker remotely. Level 3 is internal wiring compromise. Water is dripping from light fixtures, ceiling fans, or smoke detectors. The electrical junction boxes are actively flooding. The risk of hidden fire is extremely high. Level 4 is deep submersion or active arcing. Your basement has inches of standing water submerging wall outlets, or you hear buzzing, popping, or see sparks. This is a lethal environment. Evaluate immediately and call the power company. The financial consequence of an electrical water leak extends far beyond drying the floor. If water gets into your electrical junction boxes, the copper wiring in the terminals will rapidly oxidize and corrode. If you just run a fan, dry the floor, and ignore the wet wiring, that corrosion creates electrical resistance. Resistance generates heat. 6 months after the leak, that corroded connection could melt, sparking a devastating house fire. A $500 plumbing leak can quickly escalate into a $10,000 electrical rewiring job if the water compromises your subpanel or runs through your walls. Furthermore, if your insurance adjuster discovers that an electrical fire started because you failed to properly mitigate and inspect a known water leak, they have grounds to deny the fire claim entirely due to homeowner negligence. This is why an electrical water emergency requires a coordinated, multidisciplinary professional response. When independent mitigation experts arrive, their first priority is life safety. They coordinate with licensed electricians to perform strict lockout/tagout procedures, ensuring the grid cannot be accidentally energized while standing in water. They use advanced thermal imaging cameras to scan your walls and ceilings, pinpointing exactly which electrical conduits and junction boxes have been compromised by the water path. They safely extract the standing water, deploy specialized drying equipment, and meticulously document the electrical risk for your insurance claim, ensuring your home is structurally and electrically safe before the power is ever restored. If water is dripping from your ceiling fixtures, flooding your laundry room, or rising toward your wall outlets, your life and your property are in immediate danger. Do not step into the water, and do not touch the appliances. Shut off your main breaker immediately, evaluate the hazard zone, and get professional help on site. Call the number on your screen right now, or click the link in the description below to request a free local estimate at Emergency Damage Pros in under 60 seconds. We will instantly connect you with vetted, independent restoration experts in your exact zip code who can safely neutralize the electrical threat, extract the water, and secure your home. Act fast, stay safe, and protect your family today.